Pivola.
Nyakit.
Liakit Janet.
It's probably like this now. I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Stongo. Stongo. At the
Madawika.
ska. Gwena. Ansti Hunterish. Madawika. Halito. Sio.
Nah,
We leaving yet?
probably.
Kulumante. Kulumante.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear it.
Kikadoos.
All of them.
Kikadoos.
All of them.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning.
Mhm.
Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd here in Hell Reno, El Ghetto.
Here we go. Fix the comments.
You know, what'd you do for Veterans Day? This is our veteran. He is a veteran.
I stayed at home.
He's
chilled
active.
out.
He's still active,
I
actually.
know. I get out in March. So looking forward to
I
that.
get out in March.
Like
Like it's jail or
Yeah.
something. I get out in March.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
A couple
with all my
months and I
freedom?
wake up.
Yeah. But yeah, just relaxed at home. Made some cedar boxes, trying to make a big old cedar chest eventually. But yeah,
Well,
so
thank you
yeah.
for your service, Mr. Chabada. See, dope. But you know, I come from a family of veterans. You know, my uncle Bill Wilson, my uncle Robert Wilson, my uncle Eddie Wilson. All three are Vietnam veterans, and of course, my dad. He was a Vietnam veteran. Grew up with, you know, I had a bunch of uncles because you know they were all, you know, Vietnam vets. You know, so like that's what I grew up around.
Yeah.
So you know, I felt like you know we don't give enough props to our veterans. So thank you for your service, Mr. Chabada.
Mr. Hojo.
Mr. Well, Stongo, Stongo. What we got going on this week?
Today we will probably be dropping off our little like health and safety site at IHS where we have the big display case that has fentanyl test kits, Narcan, HIV test kits, condoms, wound care, gun locks, medical lock bags, and medical disposal bags, and probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting. But we'll drop that off in Clinton, so that way everybody that goes through Clinton IHS, they can get all these things for free. What else we got? You got a talking circle tonight in Weatherford.
Yeah, we're going to Weatherford with the JOM parents, with the Native American Club over there. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, yesterday they actually did the Veterans Assembly, and then all of the Native American Club did like a presentation and everything. Our princess was there. Apparently, she lulu'd super loud, so that's good because we've been trying to convince her to lulu as loud as she can.
Real wicked Lulu.
Yeah, one of these. Where is it?
Well, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
But yeah, and then tomorrow we got yoga. Or Mingo has yoga. Thursday we'll be at the Raw Luncheon in Shawnee. Friday, I think some of us will be at the. There's like a health and wellness walk that CHRs are putting on. But yeah, so just a normal busy week.
Normal week. That's awesome. That's awesome. So hope Carmelo his family's getting better.
I think he just didn't want to be the one without a Terry Tuesday show.
I know, right?
So he's like,
It's Terry Tuesday.
It is Terry Tuesday. Terry's downstairs.
Yeah,
We didn't even invite him upstairs.
He's got we all, you know, in honor of Terry, Terry and Darian both went to the same place and got the same shirt.
Yep, old pair.
So we made it a thing, you know, Terry Tuesday.
Terry Tuesday. So
All
now,
gotta have our Terry shirts on.
Mingo has one. Barry, Terry. You know.
Barry, Terry,
And
Mingo.
then we got a bag. We
Terry.
got a bag with the same print that we're trying to give to somebody to put on. Just have them tape it on their shirt. That way they can be included. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we're not trying to give it to Bob though.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Chad Riley, Chad boy. Appreciate you for tuning in. Fountain Valley, that used to be my hood.
Belinda, come
Belinda's.
bring the bag. Wear it. It's outside.
Yeah.
Tape it on.
Yeah. Terry
I
Tuesday.
can't wait till they get more sizes in. That way we can slowly start getting more and more people.
Yeah. Be the thing around
It's
here
gonna be the official uniform of DOH on Tuesdays.
on
Watch.
Tuesdays. Wear your Terry Tuesday shirt.
Yep, soon
And
it'll be buttons with Terry on them and everything.
well, hope Mr. Black Owl is down there enjoying his vacation
Yeah, I know.
down in
Trying to sneak
Cancun.
in Mexico, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. You know,
Spread
you
the word.
love to
out
see
there.
that self care.
Yeah.
You know, that self care is very important. Well, what else we got?
I don't know.
Anything else you'd like to
I
share?
I just know I'm tired. Uh, a mouse was on the counter last night while I was asleep, and Jericho almost touched it, I guess. And so I'm like half asleep, and then I just hear this loud shrieking. And I was like, ah, there's a mouse somewhere. And then so, I get up and she's like trying to find it. So then I'm moving the fridge and stuff for like 20, 30 minutes and like doing all these random things. So I'm sleepy. Just to find these mice.
He used to fight ISIS, now he fights mices.
Oh, they're wreaking havoc on my home.
Well, it is that time of
It
year. You
is.
know, it is that time of
I
year.
almost ruined a pair of my Crocs. I stepped on a sticky trap. That stuff's still on the bottom of them. So yeah,
Well,
yeah, hopefully that stops soon. But
you
I'll
never
wait for it.
know. You never know.
Drink energy drink, call it good. Nothing I'm not used to.
Where's Mingo at?
I thought he was over there.
No. Oh yeah. Mingo with the 2-pack.
Yeah, he's got his Tupac
Tupac quote today. Jump in there, Mingo. Got anything to say to the people? All right. Hell yeah, Mingo. So every thug needs a lady.
Every thug needs a lady. Then he said Tupac changes. There's another one that he said on Friday. I can't remember. But yeah. Insert Tupac. Exactly. I'm just waiting for him to comment something. It's just gonna say hit him up.
Hamburg. All right.
But I think he's got Suda has an appointment, I think.
Yeah, Suda has a health checkup.
Yep. And so he'll be back.
He'll be back. He got on his shirt too.
Yeah, it was funny. Nobody knew that all three of us had them. So when we were walking through, like it'd be one by one, they're like, "You too." Like,
yeah, it's Terry Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Terry Tuesday. You guys know?
Y'all know Mr. Lindsay? I mean, he's my hero. I don't know about
I
y'all.
know. Even the Weatherford kids, they were like, "Who needs a dad when you got a Terry?" It's like, wow,
Terry.
And if I heard that, now is that my kid? But yeah,
Yo. He said he watched the Tupac movie. Did you see Mingo on there?
Yeah, it was probably Mingo just in the back writing everything down.
Yeah.
Seeing how he can tie it to the meditation.
Well, should we jump off into this thing?
Yeah, let me try to get my producing on at the same time. Where we at?
Should be marked.
You on the opposite end. All right. Okay, so November 12th. I don't think that anybody anywhere can talk about the future of their people or of an organization without talking about education. Whoever controls the education of our children controls our future. The future of the Cherokee people and of the Cherokee Nation. Wilma P. Mankiller, Cherokee. The world has changed in the last 50 years. It will change even more in the next 50 years, and it will change even faster. We must educate ourselves to ensure our future generations will maintain the language and the culture of our people. We need to be concerned about our land because when our land goes away, so will our people. We need to be concerned about leadership, our families, and about alcoholism. We need to be concerned about what's going on around the world. We can only do this by being educated. Then we can control our future. Great Spirit, please guide our children. Let me know how I can help.
Hello. Good morning, Brother Drew. Stongo, Mr. Deer. Well, when I read that this morning, and then I watched Native Dads Network after I read that. And Mike Duncan always has a great message in the mornings. If you're not familiar with who Mr. Mike Duncan is, go check out Native Dads Network. He does a live. He reads straight from, whether it's AA, NA, or whatever it is. Um, I liked his message this morning, and I can't get those words. I'm trying to clear my mind where I'm not like repeating what he says. But at the same time, I think about what education means to me today. I heard this old Cheyenne lady one time. She was kind of like griping in a way, but she was saying some things that needed to be said, to this group of people. And she was like, when you quit learning, it's like when you give up on life. And I never really thought about it until that moment where I realized, I was a know-it-all. You couldn't tell me nothing. You could not sit down and tell me nothing because I already knew. And going down that path, man, it was a dead end. I I struggled, with my pride and my ego, thinking that I knew everything. I got my GED whenever I was 16. In prison. I went to prison here in Oklahoma. Whenever I was 16 years old for some street activity. Some dumb stuff, and I remember thinking like that was such a big accomplishment for me that I thought I was through. I get out of prison whenever I'm 17, and it was just like, okay, I ain't got to go to school no more. I ain't got, I'm just done with like this learning thing. And then I applied myself in the wrong places. And I can understand now where the things that I wanted to learn about weren't going to excel my life in any way. The things I wanted to learn about weren't going to help anybody, not even myself. It was just going to take me down a path of pain and heartache. And, it wasn't until I'm like 41 years old that I had to educate myself enough and recognize that there was a problem in my life. We're if I know they're talking about education and the reading, but I had to educate myself on where my life was going. And you would think after attempt after attempt, failure after failure, you know, uh, you keep trying to do the same things over and over and over and expect different results.
It's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, the definition of insanity. And I remember the biggest lesson that I had to learn was how to ask for help. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know that I was my biggest problem. And you would think after, man, almost 30 something years of addiction, you know, uh, drinking, getting high off of anything and everything, uh, watching my life just fall apart time after time. You would think, like something would click, like, hey, that probably isn't gonna work. Like there was none of that. Nobody could tell me nothing because I knew better. I knew more than whoever was trying to educate me. And good morning, AK. And what education means to me today is that this is an inside job. I have to get to the root of what takes Barry out every time I come to a place in my life where I think I deserve to do this, or I deserve a beer. I deserve a joint. I deserve like all these things that just, like why is that always the end solution? Whether I'm having a good day, whether I'm having a bad day, I had to educate myself on what's holding Barry back. And what I found out is that it's just me. I'm the only thing holding Barry back. And, I think about what it took for me to stay sober is I had to get into Alcoholics Anonymous and I had to like actually do the work. I had to go find me a sponsor and use them. It's easy to go find a sponsor, but are you going to use them? You know, uh you got to be able to, walk the talk. You got to practice what you preach. You got to become the solution. And the thing about it is you surround yourself with these people, and then whenever you try to get sober, it's like you just automatically become this outcast. I would have probably gave my life for some of these people. And for them to like just kind of like, oh, you're nothing now because you don't want to hang out with this. I stuck out like a sore thumb. And I had to realize that I found the creator, and once I was able to find the creator, it's just kind of like you know uh he allowed a way for me to come back into my kid's life in a good way. He allowed me to show up for family. He allowed me to keep doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And it's just kind of like when I think about education, that's the kind of education I need today. Is what can help me become a better person? Where can I go find love? When alls I used to breed was just, I wasn't a very good person. I didn't have a lot of goals because I thought I knew it all. But now that I'm sober and I've educated myself about the problem, to me the solution lies in the healing. Definitely lies in the healing. So when I think about education today, it's about getting in and doing the work as to what keeps holding Barry back. Why can't I get my life together? Why is it that every time I get to a good spot and I think I deserve a beer, then why does everything fall apart again? Because I have that allergy of the body where I can't just have one. I think I deserve to like run away from life. And if I've learned anything, it's that getting into a 12-step program, I had to get into sobriety. By doing that, I went to rehab. I got into a 12-step program, and I was able to find a way to turn my will over to the creator. And for that, I'm very grateful. For that, I'm thankful, appreciative. I have an attitude of gratitude. And, you know, no, there's no stopping what the creator is going to allow in my life today because of the education that I had to do to figure out what the problem is. Not only am I the problem, but I'm also the medicine. So I love that. I when I thought about today's readings, and these past couple of days, the meditations have been pretty good.
That's every day.
Yeah, every day. But I mean,
Yeah.
the ones
Here,
that
come up.
come on up, Terry, Mr. Lindsay, come show them. But yeah, I think about education today. You know, uh, would the creator allow me to go back to school today? Of course he would, because I've it might be part of my solution.
Mhm.
Whatever the creator is willing to allow in my life today, whether it's good or bad, he gave me the clarity to figure these things out. So for that, I'm just honored and grateful, and it's Terry Tuesdays. So Mado, Mado. So what?
For me, I think of this meditation kind of resonates me with connecting back to my culture.
Hmm.
Because there was a long period in my life, or well, actually, whenever I started, getting into the circle, I was super young, and I loved it. I remember, camping at Colony for uh, each Labor Day powwow and all these other dances and stuff like that. Went to a couple peyote meetings and all these ceremonies. Went to Sundance up in Wyoming, and then suddenly I just stopped whenever I was younger, and then. Um, I just lost that connection for years and years. Like I said, it was been 20 years since I gourd danced this. Like back in January, it was 20 years
Good
ago.
morning, Norm.
And so reconnecting and like reigniting that connection with my culture is going to help me pass that on to my kids, um, like other family members that want to know, anybody that wants to know, because our ways are not written or anything like that. It's all
Yeah,
word of mouth. But with technology now, we do have videos, audio, like all this stuff that can keep our culture preserved forever. And so I think it's all about wanting to learn about our people, our ways. And there's no one way to do things. Like it depends on what family you came from and everything. Like you can
yeah,
do something, and then somebody on the other side of the camp or something will be like, "You're not supposed to do it that way." But they're like, just learn as many ways as you can, because you may not know the explanation of why you do it this way, but they have an explanation.
yeah,
And so all this will come to bring that self-respect, bring that sense of purpose, that connection and everything with our people, our culture. And it's healing, because like I said, like before me coming back into the arena, like it was just like uh I like just watching like dances or anything like that, but now it's more fun to be connected. You feel a lot better, um and it's just it's just a good feeling. And so hopefully we can spread that to other people, and that are kind of struggling or kind of nervous about coming back into the circle or learning about their ways or their language, so that way they can feel that pride, feel that just good feeling.
yeah.
Because you can't even describe it. Like you just
I know,
yeah,
right?
like it just feels, you just feel strong, you feel empowered. And that's something that I want more people to see, because I feel like with that strength and empowerment comes healing and prosperity, to where we can do great things together, whether it's sharing knowledge or just dancing. Like it's all important. And so yeah,
For sure.
that's all I got.
Yeah. I guess that's like one of the things that recovery has allowed in my life is that connection, like you were saying. For me to come back, I mean, it took me to get sober. For me to move forward in my life, it took me getting sober first. That's got to be like, uh, I've always wanted to come back. I've always wanted to be a part of this. I've always like had that yearning of knowing that that's where I belong. But it was like these substances, that they were such a big part of my life that there was no way around it. That's what always stopped me. That's what always, um, you know, uh, stopped those good feelings.
Yeah.
Because I was just wasn't willing to deal with life. So now that I am sober, I mean, just the thought that somebody would ask me to be head man. I mean that's you know I'm only 3.5 years sober, but
I thought you could say 3.5 feet tall.
well, I'm 4.5 feet
Yeah,
tall, but
little boy, head little man.
but I can't even imagine what people were thinking. 3.5,
Mm,
3 years and 7 months ago.
yeah.
You know what? You know, I'm sure I wasn't even on nobody's radar at all.
You're probably on their radar, but
But
yeah,
not in a
we're on
good way.
another.
Not in a good way. So it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Wilma Mankiller had a good one. And education is very important. Education is very important. I love the fact today that it's so normal for a kid automatically to think about college.
Mhm.
Like even if I think it's just like a thing just for them to apply.
Yeah.
Whether they want to go or not. I think just being shown that that option is there, I think is like truly amazing. And you know, uh, like that old lady said, when you think about when you stop learning is when you stop living. Like I said, I never thought about it until she said that. And I'm glad she did. She's probably griping herself. you know, it's probably no good,
Yeah.
But thankfully, got people around that are willing to say those types of things, and it made me think.
Yeah, I think
Really made me think.
the same goes with if you like for some reason want to stop teaching. I think that that also falls in line with that same quote of if you're going to stop learning, you're stopping living. Because teaching, I mean, you have the power to spread so much knowledge, but if you're trying to like keep that closed in for some reason, I don't know why, but
Yeah,
uh,
gatekeeping.
yeah, I feel like we do see that quite a bit, but there's no explanation why, and I think that's a little bit odd. But I think the amount of knowledge that somebody has is priceless, and so sharing that knowledge will be, priceless for many more people, and then that could be that one piece of information somebody needs to, live a better life or
Yeah,
anything like that. And I think that's why, um, anytime we learn something, we're willing to like teach somebody else.
teach somebody else.
Um,
Yeah, it's not ours.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not ours to keep to ourselves. It's our job to spread it to help. Some people that maybe just lost, or somebody that for some reason never wanted to ask that question because they were too shy or nervous, and then
Yeah,
we're over here, not shutting up about anything. And
yeah.
so, I think it's huge to be a teacher too, because I mean,
Morning,
even if you
Grandpa.
think it's not knowledge that you have, it is, because you can learn from good and bad examples. You can learn
Yeah,
from anything, and so any advice you have, any words you have that you want to share that
you
can
just
really
you
make
just
them
come
huge.
good. You just have a good attitude and you have a good spirit, and I think that's one thing that um in sobriety they teach you is to remain teachable.
Mhm.
Remain teachable. Know that your thoughts, your actions, everything you did led you to the position that you were in. So, when somebody comes along and you see that they're living a good life, you do what those people do.
Yep.
You don't, you give up your will. I think that's one thing that I had to learn about. I had to be taught, 40 some years old, I had to be taught that my will is what got me into the situation I was in. So to remain teachable is a huge part of getting sober. I don't have the answer. I don't know what's best. So being able to remain teachable, that's got to be a huge part of your recovery. So I mean, I could go on and on, about that,
Yeah,
but
we can all go on and on about our, learning from bad examples, learning from
yeah,
trial and error. You can learn a lot, but yeah, just tell somebody how it worked out for you,
yeah. Tell me,
and that could be, the biggest help.
my my house manager, L.A. With Dream Recovery in Orange County, he used to always say, "Tell me how that works out for you." It didn't matter. Like somebody would be all serious, breaking down. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna do, and he'd say, "All right, well, tell me how that works out for you."
Yeah, you got my number. Just let me know.
Yeah, let me know how that works out for you. So yeah, Good. I like today's.
Yeah.
I like today's. I like every days.
Right.
Every day.
I feel like sometimes you and I both go way off track of what the meditation probably was supposed to mean. But we're just like, yeah, it sounds good to
Well,
us.
I mean, that's what it means to me.
Yeah.
That's what came across my mind. There's so much that, everybody has their own perspective.
Yep. Absolutely.
Good morning, Carrie.
Mhm.
And that's right. That's right, Carrie. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Madu, Madu. I got my
Alright.
granddaughter saying that. Madu.
Yeah, my girls, anytime they hear somebody, usually it's what, Burl or Willie that goes, oh, and then they start howling. And so they think they're just wolves doing it.
Good morning, Ruth. Mr.
Oh,
Weather.
there we go. Here.
Oh, Terry Tuesday.
Which side you going on? This side, that side? Perfect. Look, all right, watch. I hope Mingo comes in. Oh, it's fine. It's an old teepee.
So cheapy.
All right, here's our special guest.
Oh, yeah. Pop them collars, fellas.
Soon we're gonna have him buttoned all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Terry Tuesday.
Yep, Mingo has one too.
Yeah, Mingo.
They just restocked just extra large over the weekend, so I got a couple
Yeah, on Tuesdays, go to
on Tuesday.
on Tuesdays,
On the weekends, go to Old Paris, the historic landmark, Old Paris Flea Market.
Get you a
Go
shirt.
inside, turn left, and get you a shirt.
Wear it on Tuesday. It's got to
Yep.
be Tuesday.
Soon we're gonna
Wear it
have-
Tuesdays.
Have prizes for people submitted photos.
I told Connor, our DOH director, that these need to be the new DOH
Yep, new uniform.
DOH shirts. So hopefully
I
maybe
know. We're
Yeah.
gonna
hook us up some
A
more.
DOH.
on the back. It's gonna have you big thumbs up picture. Yeah, like Steve-O's tattoo, right? Yeah. Like, yeah. Did you read the meditation? Did you want to share about educating our people?
Yes, yes.
Because we were just talking about. I don't even remember anymore.
We went off on our own.
Yeah, we were on our own thing, but education is what keeps us, strong, keeps us preserved, and then anything. But if you want to share, absolutely.
Yeah, you're more than willing. You're more than willing.
Well, that's I seen a sticker and I seen a saying, that an educated native is a dangerous native, and that is so true,
Yeah.
because without education, we're not going to be able to get anywhere. But through education, that helps our people. We look back at our elders; they didn't have the opportunity to be educated, but when they did, it was the wrong type of education.
Mhm.
So that's probably why they look down on it. But as us younger groups, I remember we used to always I was always told you're the future, but now, dang, I'm already an elder, so I let that get by. But I do have a little bit of education, so. But I think we need to encourage our youth to get educated, because with things going on, as many Native Americans that we have in this country, if we come together, that's what I've always been hearing here, lately, is if we come together, we can be a mighty group. There's many of us, across this nation. So if we all come together, we can make the movement will be there, if we come together as one. So, and through education, maybe our youth, will be the ones that come up, and get us grouped together as that one that we need. So, shout out to my Weatherford JOM. We'll be coming out there this evening from 4:30 to 6. We'll be hunting some Ngozi. So if you don't know what that is, come out and see what's going to be going on. So just quick shout out to Weatherford JOM.
Madu, Madu.
Hello.
No?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's huge that you talk about the youth, because that's what you do. You spread the word to the youth, and you help educate them on our cultural values whenever they're in a non-cultural school or anything like that. So you're teaching them our ways even in their environment that may be detached from that. And then now it's growing into, the Weatherford Native American Club is a prime example of like there's so much culture with just a few kids, and they're making impacts all over. Like they have their own powwow coming over next weekend. They did the Veterans Day Assembly where they presented, I think in native language, one of the songs, and then they gave their words, and then they had some singing and some dancing, and that's just a couple kids that have learned that you've been a part of, and you've taught them some stuff, but then they're taking it into their own hands now, and to where they can start teaching other kids, maybe not of the same tribe or even non-natives or anything. They're just teaching others to how our ways are, how our traditions, our values, and everything, so that way other people can know. Because it's not just natives that want to know our way of life. I mean, you got people that go to school for this stuff, which I don't think you have to, but that's just me. Like you can just sit by all of our elders that we do. We just wander around the offices and then get a wealth of knowledge just because we're curious about something. It'll end up being like a 2-hour conversation, but it's still, we get good answers. And so spreading that knowledge to anybody is great. It's huge. Yeah. Because they bring another perspective into it, and then that gives them a connection to a culture they may not have ever thought they could connect to. Yeah.
Madoo.
Darian brought up a good point, speaking to our elders, because that is so true, because a lot of them have lived it firsthand experience, and they've heard it from their elders, and that's what I try to tell our students when we go through our outreaches, that's firsthand experience. This is stuff they're not going to, when they speak with the elders, they're not going to get this in a book. This is something that they've lived. This is our traditions. That's how we keep our traditions going. We pass stuff down through storytelling, and I always encourage them, you speak to your elders, take time to talk to your elders, whether it's your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, they have a lot to tell you, because once they're gone, it's not in a book. You can't open a book and say, okay, this is what happened, because once they're gone, those stories, they die with them. So that's what we need to, I also encourage you for education, but I also encourage you to speak to your elders too, because that's where we learned it. Like Darian said, that's firsthand experience, and they love to talk. So they'll talk to you. Just take the opportunity to talk to
Take
them.
a bathroom break right before. It's going to be sitting there a while. But yeah, and then there's two sides, right, to every story. Because, you'll get your textbook version, right? And that's been, time and time again, we've seen that change. Hold on, Belinda's taking a picture. And we'll see where the textbooks will now like come out later, and then somebody will be like, well, this is what really happened. And then they'll like finally get the true story out of it. And that's from people speaking up about that firsthand experience. Do you want to wear that bag and then come in the frame? Yeah, a hole in the bottom.
Just put your head in it.
Yeah, just your head. There's scissors over there or over there. Sorry, we're getting distracted. But yeah, and then Belinda also commented, Mercy, I think she's 8, right?
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
Little Miss.
Type A.
Yep. She had wisdom because they did a whole youth podcast on Friday at Buffalo Day, and then Barry did one with 3 of the more senior youth,
Yeah.
I would say. And they have, a bunch of wisdom, a bunch of perspectives that we don't see. And so listening to your youth too is massive. But yeah, Mercy was really like, I choose to not smoke because that I don't want my lungs to be black, but they were talking about drugs. But everybody's like, yep, Mercy, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so if they can, keep spreading that knowledge, then, everybody can learn no matter what age.
Definitely.
I learn from kids all the time. I learn from elders all the time, people my age. And so, wisdom could come from anybody. Announcements. All right. Talkspace. So Talkspace is our online counseling service that we provide to tribal members, tribal employees, casino employees, pretty much anybody. You get matched with a counselor in minutes after doing a questionnaire. and then you can video chat with them twice a month and message them anytime. And this is completely free because we fronted the bill. And so if you want to sign up, go to www.talkspace.com/CHATOR. You should see our logo on there. And then you'll, whenever asked for organization, you will put restore. And that is the key for freedom.
Oops.
She tried.
Yeah, Belinda's trying to put on a Cherry Tuesday shirt. It's gonna be a sash by the end of it, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, by the end of this live, we'll see Belinda's outfit. So to stay up to date with tour activities, Gourd Clan activities, just any activities, text tour to 888-580-4TOUR, and that'll send events that we're having, talking circles, dances, anything that you can think of. We send
Shout out to
updates.
Brand Logics.
Yep, that is thank you to Brand Logics. Hello. This is over. Oh dang, we're running low on announcements now. All right, Wednesday they are doing powwow dance class at the Concho ERC. It is from 6 to 8:30. Everybody is invited. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh, this is throwing me off.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Tuesday on a Monday is what it felt like. And so they are teaching, I think, women's Southern and Northern, right?
Yeah.
Gourd dancing.
Different categories.
Yeah, different categories. And then, it's for anybody that wants to learn, they can learn. It's a, judgment-free zone. If you're ever nervous, don't be. I mean, take the leap. The leap is, it'll pay off in the end to be in that arena. Like we were saying earlier, it's like a feeling you can't explain when you're dancing. And I just gourd dance. That's just me doing calf raises, and it still feels good. But doing other dancing, I think I can't even imagine how good it feels. I know it's tiring because I remember
just sitting there to the beat of the drum,
Yeah.
is you can just feel the beat of
The
drum.
heartbeat.
But TNA will be there also tomorrow night. We're going to be doing some beads and bones, so we're going to do a little craft class for the people. That way they'll have something to wear when they come back to the next class. So
Awesome.
look for it's traditional addiction.
There we go. All right, Belinda, come on. Belinda wants to share her wisdom. You can fit.
You can fit.
All right.
Just show them your fit. Show them the fit.
Show them your outfit. You gotta scoot in.
Yes,
Here, I'll scoot over.
Squeeze it.
Yeah. The microphone.
Hopefully, you don't bust out that bag.
Like the Walmart bag.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Belinda.
Yeah, Terry Tuesday.
Terry
Dedicated
Tuesday.
to Terry Tuesday. Couldn't even wait till the weekend to buy a shirt. Just went and cut the bag. Can't even breathe.
Anybody know CPR?
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
How many more we can fit on this couch?
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. We need a whole sectional next.
For cherries.
Yep. Just a waiting room couch is just fine. All right. Well, what was our next? Thursday, we'll be in Shawnee. All right. We will be in Shawnee for the Recovery Action and Wellness Luncheon. It'll be Native American focused. So they do have a native speaker. And then our princess will be dancing, actually. And then we'll have like a little speech for like a couple minutes.
You gotta register.
Yes,
with
register
the
so you
QR
get
code.
your free meal. Yeah, putting the couch through the ringer, absolutely. I mean, Zach did when he elbow dropped it the other day. Started cracking. All right, here you go.
November 21st, All Nations Wellbriety Speaker Night. Here in 1950 South Shepherd. We'll be serving a meal at 6, and the meeting will be at 7. Miss Natalie Harjo will be sharing her experience, strength, and hope. So that'll be November 21st. We will be serving a meal. We invite anybody and everybody to come check it out. But if you can't come in person, we will be streaming it live. So that'll be Thursday on the 21st. So come and check us out.
Okay.
November 23rd. The JOM. The JOM. Look at Belinda.
Shoulders up to your ears.
November 23rd. The JOM Native American Club in Weatherford will be having a youth powwow, and our very own Terry Lindsay, the Terry Tuesday. He will be the honored educator. So we're gonna go back him up. He does a lot of great work. Yeah, we should wear these shirts. Yeah, we're gonna wear these shirts over, but that'll be November 23rd in Weatherford at the Weatherford Middle School. So come and check them out. Yeah. Then Circle of Giving, December 7th at the Gary ERC. It's not your traditional benefit dance, it's a toy drive. We've asked the head staff to bring toys for kids. And the motivation behind this is to help those kids that have been affected by addiction. And then if you want to nominate a kid that you know has been affected by addiction, here's the nomination form. We're trying to think about kids that may be going without this Christmas. So
we'll have some contests. I know the prevention programs are sponsoring, I believe, a Mr. and Mrs. Claus potato dance, and that'll be Golden Age. So if they dress up like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, winner take all. They'll also sponsor a Tiny Tot and Junior Elf contest. So it'll be like a masquerade and stuff, just dress up like an elf. And they think they will do first, second, and third for each of those categories. And then we will be sponsoring like a Santa sleigh race where somebody has to drag somebody in a sleigh while wearing reindeer antlers, and winner take all. Variety meetings. Oh, sorry.
Mending Mondays. Mending Mondays here at 1950 South Shepherd at 7 o'clock. It's the Mending Broken Hearts talking circle, which I like. I get a lot out of that meeting. If you're just curious and want to know what we talk about, I mean, we invite you to come on out. Then Tuesdays in Clinton at the public library at 721 Frisco Ave at 7 o'clock. They have a talking circle every Tuesday there. Yeah, tonight it'll be in Clinton. And then Thursday nights here at 1950 South Shepherd, we have a talking circle of our own here in El Reno. We invite anybody and everybody to come on out, come and sit with us and talk with some like-minded people. And then on Friday nights, we have a 12-step meeting here at 1950 South Shepherd at 7 o'clock. The public, we invite the public to come to all these meetings. Anybody's invited. And come and let's get some healing going on. And then Zeke the Freak, he might be down in Cancun.
Sharing a story in Spanish.
Yeah. But go and check out his website. He has some speaking engagements coming up November 20th and then December 2nd. He does a great job of sharing his story. Go and check him out.
He posted some pictures. I told him he's looking Choctaw now.
Well, what else we got?
We might be here all
Terry
day.
Tuesday. I know.
It's Terry
We're all gonna
Tuesday.
get up, the couch is gonna
Yeah.
be stuck to us.
It's Terry. We're all gonna stand up with it.
Look like a turtle.
Well, we appreciate everybody that was able to tune in today. It's Terry Tuesday around here, so why not? Domingo's got his shirt on somewhere. go to the flea market, buy you one, and wear it on Tuesday. So we appreciate everybody. Like, share, follow, and hopefully we will be seeing you soon. Mado.
Hello, hello.